welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I'm so happy that you are here. So we're gonna see what's happening with you in the next 30 days. And I'm doing this a little bit different. I'm gonna do overall general energy for the 30 days, and then I'm actually going to take each week apart and we're going to see the energy of each individual week. This is just in case you want to do that, and you can just come back and reference this. So because I'm thinking of not really doing the weekly ones, but rather just making it this nice and in-depth reading for the next 30 days, along with the weekly ones all in here. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you like this way or if you want to change it around to how it used to be. All feedback is always welcome. And just thank you so much for giving me a chance if you're one of new to being here, and also for those of you who have been with me for a while. Thank you for sticking around. It really does mean a lot to me. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way and the freest way is to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, or share it with those you love, or those who you think will benefit from my particular readings or my content. And if you also are feeling guided for energy exchange, I do have a Cash App as well as a PayPal to donate there, or if you want to support the Etsy shop, there's oracles there that you can purchase there. So, or you can get a personal reading there as well. So there you go. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and look at each pile. So this is pile 1. This is going to be for you for pile 1. Sorry that there's a lot of sound effects in the background. That's actually my old time girl cat, and she does not like my younger cats, and so she yells a little bit. And so this is pile 2. And we all feel that way sometimes when somebody's when you just want to be left alone and somebody comes bothers you. And this is pile 3, and so each one just has its own unique energy. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, close our eyes, and now as you open and exhale, choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do this. So pile 1, hello. So let's find out what's happening with you the next 30 days. And we're going to start off with your overall energy of this this month. It's going to be Justice and Lightning Road. And so what I really love about this is that you would just think, oh no, it's there's 2 different kinds of things. We have Justice, which I'm saying you're finding your balance. You're finding your groove this next 30 days. You're finally finding this balance. And then you are in that, you're actually lightening the load. You're like, oh, I'm not going to carry everybody else's problems on my back. Instead, it's almost like you are here. It's almost like this is the sun and it's shining. So it's sort of like you realize your light I almost feel like your light is going to be the one that guides you to just kind of let go of things that aren't working. And a lot of that is, I feel like, drama. So it's almost like I want to say to you, really listen to your light source. And by that I mean, if you feel like, and then you see a lot of negativity, especially on the news, or people around you are highlighting, and I really do mean that, highlighting all the negativity, all the I would say maybe even craziness that's going on in the world. Really take a deep breath in there and just go deep within yourself and follow your own light, because your own light will tell you that regardless of what it looks like on the outside, there's goodness. It's not being highlighted. And so I'm gonna say, please do highlight the good. Highlight, even if it's highlighting, hey, I had a great day today, or hey, I saw the sunshine, or it was a really splendid sunrise or sunset. And here is, I'm being a bit selfish, it's I think, and this is going a little bit, into I think the world really does need that. It needs highlighting the good, highlighting the beauty, highlighting, I would say, the miracles. And so the everyday miracles, not like, it doesn't have to be the everyday miracles. Finding that parking spot when you're like, oh, you just drove in and it was like perfect, or getting that seat on the train, or whatever it is. It's like highlighting that. And but let's go back. So what I am seeing here is that if you follow that light, you will definitely ease away from some of that negativity and the drama that I feel like is trying to suck you in. I do think that there is here with the justice, that is all this time that you've been taking, maybe you've been taking more and like helping others, you've been like, doing all these things. The time here is the next 30 days is you're going to get that back. Good karma is coming, my friend. And so I feel that that's also part of your lightening the load. So very excited for you. Yeah. So let's see what dear Tarot has. Okay, look at that. All right, so here is the Devil card, and I'm going to just talk about the Devil card because I feel like that's the energy here. The Devil card is pulling us into that, into the drama. I really do. Like right here, it feels just like, you're being pulled into the drama, into like, oh yeah, or into negativity, maybe like not necessarily like, again, highlighting what's wrong rather than highlighting like the beautiful things that are coming through here. So I feel like we're working on this. I do feel like, this is something you've are overcoming. I do like the King of Pentacles being near center because that is like, look, smiling face with your loyal companion. Really enjoying the life that you have, enjoying what you've accomplished so far. And like, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of your cycle either. It's not the end. It's sort of like you've accomplished a lot. It's time for you to enjoy it. I do feel like with the Six of Cups energy here, it's almost like, how do I say it? It's like, it's seeing the progression, right? Like there's a lot of growth, because even here you kind of see like this King of Pentacles is looking at the Six of Cups. It's like reminding yourself of the good times in the past, but seeing the good times right now as well. Like it's honoring the past by enjoying the present. Yeah, I want to say that. Page of Pentacles, and that's also another thing. I do see that there's a great progress here. We go from the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. And that's lovely because you're learning. I feel like you're learning about your worth. You're learning about, and worth being not necessarily like, oh, just money. It's not, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm actually thinking about your worth in terms of like joy and well-being being part of your worth, like finding your own inner peace. Kind of like that has a lot more weight than, let's say, to keep struggling. I feel like it's almost like finding balance even here, even when you're like standing on one foot and grounding yourself. I feel like that's something. And then we have the Four of Cups, which is kind of like a double energy. It's like you're not really I would say appreciating all that you have, because you're kind of focusing on what you don't have. Again, that's like I'm seeing, like, to me, it's like a little bit of the devil energy. So I do want to clarify the devil energy. I do want to clarify the Six of Cups, and let's do the Page of, okay, I guess I'm like listing all of them, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be, but let's see. What is this devil energy doing here? What is this devil energy doing here? What is this devil energy here? The devil energy with the devil energy. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, okay. So yeah, again, it's just, it's for me in this, it's just, it feels like you're taking on, and like really focusing on negativity. Not because innately that's what you do. And I'm not saying you're like a negative person. I'm actually considering probably empathic, and so you're feeling that outside negativity and you're bringing it into your own like energetic vibration, right? And so that's gonna make you feel like it's almost like a little cloud of smog is gonna be all around you. But that's why I'm telling you to really focus almost on here on the everyday happiness, everyday, like look at what you've accomplished, because that's sort of guiding you back to your own inner light. What is the Six of Cups doing here? What is the Six of Cups doing here? What is the Six of Cups doing here? King of Wands. Okay, so a sense of like, yes, look at what you like, nostalgia over the past, but it's also like letting it lead you to action, all right? So something from the past is making you move towards something, like making action in terms of possibly something you feel very, very inspired about, something that maybe brings a lot of passion, like a lot of creativity coming through here. King of Pentacles. What is the King of Pentacles doing here? What is the King of Pentacles doing here? King of Pentacles doing here. Wait, where's the 10? Okay, I feel like, oh, right, that's what it is. Okay. The 10 of, I was like, wait, I for sure, yeah. So we're releasing these burdens. I feel like you're ending this cycle, my friend. You're ending this, like things that, you know, the burdens that you're taking, you no longer have to take them. I also feel like what I'm seeing here, oh, and it's a really good message, is if you're feeling like you have an excess of ideas, a lot of creativity and everything, it almost feels like, or even just maybe thoughts, and although it doesn't feel like thoughts, it's more like I feel like maybe for some of you creativity and inspirations and all of those things, take action on them and really, but focus on the ones that really feel really strongly towards. What is this Page of Pentacles doing here? What is this Page of Pentacles doing here? Four of Wands, happiness, joy, celebrating. It really, for me, it's like celebrating yourself, celebrating your the growth, celebrating wherever you are at right now. You're heading to something even better, and celebrating where you are right now. Four of Cups. What is this Four of Cups doing here? What is this Four of Cups doing here? Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. This is all learning about, again, I feel like what is really of value to you, like what is really valuable to you here. I almost feel like learning that Ace of Cups is like being open to that Ace of Cups and seeing the value in it, rather than like the ones like the things you don't have right now. If you're focusing on that, it's sort of like you're letting go of the value of what you do have right now. And so if you focus on what you do have, and if you celebrate it, then the more the things that you want will come about. I feel like that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, and so let's go on to more overall dinner. Okay, so we're gonna do the love here, and I'm using my Sweet Love Oracle. I pair it usually with the Red Hot Love, and we're also doing the Once Upon a Dream Oracle by Moonmoth Goddess. All these 3 oracles you can find on Etsy. I love all of them, including my own. So we have a drift. So maybe for some of you, you're like feeling adrift. You're not really sure in terms of love. But again, there's a sense of like a great passion, a great fertility for things. Like it could be an actual thing, like where you actually are being fertile. And so if you're wanting to get pregnant, this next 30 days might be a good time for that. But it's also a sense of like really like if you're feeling adrift, especially in terms of love, focus rather than focus on the things that you do. Like I guess it's like sort of the overall energy. Focus on the things that you are passionate about. If there's some sort of like a growth, right? It could be, I really want to say about yourself too, just kind of almost like take the time to nourish yourself, and it'll make you more available to love. And again, focusing on illumination, and so the internal light, it's so important to go within, because like I said, I do feel like I'm probably empath, or even if it's not, it might just feel like this next 30 days are just going to be, they feel like a bit intense in terms of, especially for you, of like being bombarded possibly like with like lots of, I want to say like drama, even worldly drama, I guess. And so that's going to deplete you. I feel like that's almost what like I'm seeing like here. You can get depleted if you stay tuned, like tune into that energy too much. So we don't want you to do that. We want you to focus on, and so it like you tune into that energy is going to affect all sorts of areas. That's why you might feel adrift. But what's going to ground you in terms of love, and so in all sorts of love, but especially in like romantic connections, here is doing the things that you do enjoy and love, like tuning into that energy, and letting that inner light guide you. So important, so beautiful. All right, let's see what careers, studies, all that energies here. We have a wish fulfillment, and this is my Mystic site oracle. It is retiring soon, so if you like it, please get it on Etsy. And this is Lavender Dreams. I'm not sure if V from V Love and Tarot is retiring this one or not, but there's a possibility. She's retiring a whole bunch of amazing decks. So if you love V's oracles, or if you haven't seen it, go check out her Etsy and get them before they're gone. Okay, so wish fulfillment, zipper. So convenience, productivity, difficulty, blocks, and frustration. So for some of you, I feel like this is important because I feel like there might be difficult blocks and frustration, right? But this wish fulfillment is actually going to like unblock that. That's what I'm saying. Like you're unblocking something that's been kind of like you've been feeling stuck. And what that's going to cause about is this kind of sense of productivity. It's going to be like, oh my goodness, you're going to get a lot of stuff done with this wish fulfillment. I do like this a lot for you. All right, so we're just gonna keep on going. So I'm gonna be using the Witch's Tarot. We're gonna see what happens in the 4 weeks. We're just gonna do 4 weeks, and we'll see how that goes. And all right, so we're looking at each week. So this is gonna be your week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So we'll just go over all of them. So week 1 of the next 30 days, we're going to actually see the wish fulfillment comes at that time. You're also feeling very attractive, creative. It's all these things. There's also like an Ace of Cups coming through, which is like some sort of like happiness, joy, and fulfillment being offered to you at this point in time. So very lovely week, which is interesting. That then we have the Hermit. You go into like this is feeling very positive, but then sort of like you go in within yourself with that Hermit energy. So finding an answer, because you feel like maybe you're being asked to come up with a choice, like you have to make a choice about something. And here I'm going to say for this week, the choice is really important for you to see clearly. Not like really, I almost feel like with the Queen of Swords here, it's sort of like she's very honest and truthful. So seeing things clearly, if you especially when you're hesitating here, you have internal guidance and really listening to that, and then taking the action to almost, I feel like, cut away something, which leads to this, leads to the week 3, which is all about the death. An ending that needs to happen. Like there's some sort of look at this. It's perfect. It makes perfect sense because we're ending. This is finally when you stop trying to take on everything. The 10 of Wands comes out here again. So the 3rd week is when you're like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm not just taking everybody else's burden, or I'm not taking the world's burden even. Instead, you're going to see an opportunity where other people may not. Oh, I love this because that is beautiful. And there's for some of you, there might be love coming through on the 4th week, and there is possibility with this love, right? There's actually something quite awesome. It could also be for some of you that if this isn't to do with love, but I do feel like there's a progress from the Ace to the 2nd to the 2 of Cups. So I feel like the grow and abundance and love and emotions are growing. There's a sense also of finding peace within yourself. Like, I think that's also an important thing, especially because we have the 9 of Swords. And so the 9 of Swords is all about worries, about, oh my goodness, it might even be about the love and connection. You're like, I don't know what to do, but the world is telling us that everything's gonna end. Like, I love this because it kind of goes very well. It's gonna end quite well. It's gonna end with you feeling like, you know, you're on top of the world. So I do really, really, really do like this. Very, very beautiful energy. I am gonna see. We're gonna do just put oracle cards on top of these guys on each week, so we see. So week 1, tell me more about week 1. Okay, we have this one. Okay, week 2. Okay, and look, the Justice comes out in the week 2. I love how everything is all tying together. Week 3, what's happening in the week 3? Hesitation. Okay, what is happening in the week 4? Indulgences. Okay, and that is nice, but we're also going to see, I want to see the romance for each one. Okay, so romance, what's love and romance happening, the collective group 1's first week. Okay, group 2. I mean, not 2, but that's 3, week 3, and then sneak that right. Okay. And then I want to see about careers. Everything is all in there. And this, interesting. Okay. You've got the power. Okay, I love that. So this is more about careers and studies and everything, depending on where you are in your life. It is like, or like projects that you're excited about, whatever it is. And that's telling us about here. Okay, let's see what this one is. Formations, okay. This one, be yourself, okay. And, oh, and I could see why that one's that one. And then wish granted, you get another wish granted at the end of the month. Look at that, I do love this. Okay, so let's look at week 1. Week 1. Okay, so confinement, captivity, tolerance, unfreedom. So you're feeling confined in some way, which is interesting because this week is more of like the Empress, Cups. Maybe you like, because there is a lot of emotions, so might be feeling a bit overwhelmed with the emotions. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So codependency, it might be that, well, it could be with the 9 of Cups, it is sometimes that it means that there might be an overindulgence. But I feel like for me, it feels like this confinement is more of your thoughts. So maybe things are going so well, but you're worried about like, oh, when's the other shoe gonna drop? I think that's how the saying goes. But here you have this, like, and so maybe with codependency, you're like too focused on love. Like, oh my goodness, am I like, oh, is this love coming? It's like, oh, I almost feel like if you're worried about love, if you're worried about things, like trust that Ace of Cups is coming, and you've got the power. And so I love this because this is where, you know, your career. So use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. And I feel like whatever it is, and then if you can resolve it, and it feels like for me that there's a creative aspect to solving whatever conflict you have in your first week of the month. So here we go. I want to say this is week 2. We have Justice, and it's so funny that the Justice card came out. So again, trying to find balance. We have equality, neutrality, like, so trying to find this balance, and here with 2 of Swords, it's sort of like, if you're still not sure about things, right? You're not sure. It feels like pay attention to the red flags. Maybe that's for love for some of you. The signs are cautioning you about trying to find this balance. Maybe not trying to be codependent, but really, you know, standing on your own 2 feet. That makes sense. But it's also just, it makes sense to me weighing all options equally, like with a neutrality, like not, and again, that's kind of like with the Queen of Swords, there is a logic there. It's not just listening to all your emotions, but listen, I feel like it's putting together your emotions, your intellect, right, your mind, but also your intuition, all being guided, and really listening, because you have the Hermit here. Go within yourself, you have the answers that you're seeking here. So that's what I'm seeing here. And then we have affirmations. This is for careers, again, like studies or projects that are very important. So affirmations: to lift your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. So maybe it is time for you, it might be a guidance here for you to do affirmations that week. Especially if you're feeling confused about something. I do like that you have the Hangman here, and then see, there's a hesitation. You're still holding on to this hesitation here. So decisions, confusions, worries, and we have these worries, but I feel like, and I almost feel with this express your love, go ahead and make that romantic gesture, and that could be about love, but I almost feel like it's also expressing yourself, like being honest. And so being honest, sometimes we have to say no to people. With that 10 of Wands, I mean, like, we have to say no, I don't really want to do this. No, I don't really want to do it. Seeing it not as a sense of like disappointing others, but really like, you know, being honest with yourself and honoring yourself, right? And be yourself. So this situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. And I feel like that's what you're saying. You're gonna end something, like you're gonna stop doing something you don't like doing, whatever that is, and you're really going to, you know, see things as in, like, I've been carrying all this. Again, like I said, you could be focusing so much on possibly the negativity around you, like I said, negative could be the world negativity, could be like your, you know, family members, friends, like there might just be a lot of negativity, but doesn't mean that that's your energy. And so I think that you're going to be like, hey, you know what, this isn't me, this isn't my energy. Really express your love, and maybe even express your love, maybe even just like I said, express the things that you love, like highlight the good, highlight the light. I think that's an important thing. So we also have this for the 4th week. So indulgement, persuasion, bribe, temptation. And so that's the Devil card right there. And so there's some sort of like a temptation. So I feel like you're being tempted in some way. Like, I feel like being tempted to go back into this 9 of Swords. I have no idea why I keep repeating this, but it's what it feels like. Again, for me, it almost feels like the 9 of Swords. It's sort of like other people are trying to drag you into their energy of like, you should be worried about what's happening in the world. You should be all worried, like, you know, like, I feel like there's a sense of like tempting you in terms of like, yeah, be like us. And my friend, I have to tell you, no. That's not what you are. That's not who you are, my friend. The 9 of Swords is not what it is. Really focusing on 2 of Cups, finding that balance within yourself, the yin and yang. But it could also be like the shadow and light inside of you, finding that light, like it's almost like that balance, or focusing on the love. I really do feel like that, and make the effort. Look, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And so if you're afraid of, maybe for some of you, maybe this week is like somebody actually offers a commitment, but you're like, oh my goodness, I'm not ready to open my heart again because I've had like things, people have let me down in the past, or things like that, where you're worried about the past and you're trying to bring it in here. It's sort of like, no, it's worth the effort. And then if it almost feels like the Devil energy here is like, we're going to drag you back to old patterns, and you're like, nope, we're making the effort to grow and expand. And if you do that, you do feel like you're on top of the world, like I said. And then we said, you have your wish granted, is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. Love this energy. Oh, I love it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to end it with using V11 Tarot's fortune cookie cards, and I'm going to use my mystical science crystal ball oracle, and we're just going to see, so like, what's happening in the collective group one in the next 30 days. Don't hold your breath. Love is in the air. Okay, so yeah, love is in the air for some of you, big time. This is a general reading. If you want an actual personal reading, you can definitely look on Etsy, or you can contact me at my email. Depression will dissipate. I love this. Don't hold your breath. Don't keep focusing on the things that you're waiting for. I almost feel like that's what I'm seeing here. Don't wait for the things. Things are happening, but you don't have to oh, I have to wait until it. No, just keep doing your thing. Just keep doing things. Just following your own drumbeat, I want to say. And yeah, love will be in the air. And I do feel like, and with that, there's the sense of depression dissipating. See what other things are coming here for the collective of group 1. Okay. All right. I like that one too. Okay, look at this, beautiful. So there is this, we have this codependency, and we also had the devil card again. I feel like this is the devil card. Bad omen, be careful to avoid trouble. Oh, and this is the pay attention to red flags, and that might be in terms of love. There might be external external factors, other people trying to do stuff, especially because I just read the pay attention to. Just be careful of that bad omen. Be careful to avoid trouble. But look at this. You have I, which is insight. If you're having difficulties, you will overcome them. How? Using your intuition, using your own, I would say, again, the 3 things. Making a decision, seeing through things, using your heart, which is your emotions, using your intellect, your thoughts, and using your intuition, which I really feel that's very strong here. And then we have witch, mystery. So bizarre circumstances will arise, something peculiar, but something good, I think that I'm seeing here, because I really do feel like your wishes granted came about a lot of this reading. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and it really does keep me coming back for more, because it is tough sometimes. I do have the goal at least to get at least 1,000, but really I want 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If you help me make it come true, I would be very grateful to you, because I've been doing this for 3 years, and it's been a struggle to actually get followers and subscribers. And so, being honest, it does help. I when I see that it that it's reaching people. Because it validates things for me. So I really do appreciate you for just even being here and for watching this. I truly means a lot to me. I'm very appreciative of you and letting me read your cards. Until I see you in the next one. Bye bye, my dear friends. Friends from group 2. So very excited that I'm able to read your cards and see what's happening with you the next 30 days. So like I said, in case you didn't hear this, I'm actually doing the general overall for the next 30 days, and then we're actually breaking down into the 4 weeks of the month, and in it we're gonna do love, career, and so that's pretty much what I would say. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so the overall energy is really, I feel like, so guiding you, talent, focusing on your talent. And I almost want to say, although this definitely can be your subconscious dreams and when you dream time, I almost feel like this next 30 days are actually focusing on you following your dreams. Really focusing on your dreams. That's the intention that you might want to have. That's the follow through that you want to have. I feel like if you're reaching for your dreams, you're going to achieve them, especially, or some greater progress this next 30 days. So very excited for you, my friends from group 2. Let's see what we have. So it makes sense that we have the Queen of Wands right there. 9 of Cups, love this. Queen of Pentacles, we have the Moon, and we're going to have 8 of Wands. I'm going to actually put the 8 of Wands as overall energy as you moving forward. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you. There's a lot of emotion, and I do want you to see this. So being honest, I feel like there's 2 very important energies that are going to help you this month. So the Queen of Wands is all about creativity, about passion, and so that's an energy, entrepreneurial energy right there. Very important to be honest with that energy, but it's also very important to also ground, feel grounding, but it's not only that, but I almost feel like I feel like there's a sense of balancing between wanting to create and maybe like even having this, but also in business or like career. But also, I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, it's also very important for you to ground and almost like take care of yourself, nourish yourself. Yeah, and with the moon there, I feel like it could be a lot of intuitive coming through here with the dreams as well. But I just keep feeling like you need to really focus on your like creative dreams and yearnings. And so there's a lot of things that your drive and you moving forward is gonna bring up. I see that with the moon, and I see with the Seven of Swords. It feels like I feel like you're being challenged, in not in a bad way at all. It's being challenged to move forward because we are like things are speeding up, and then you are going to have like a wish fulfillment. That's the center of your being right here. But I feel like that maybe sometimes you cover up, or you might pretend, like for some of you that that you're really happy or everything. I'm actually going to clarify this because I don't want to speak about that. I don't like. I just feel like there's some sort of like things where you're masking, or maybe being careful of others. Like possibly taking your ideas and everything. But so I'm just gonna clarify. Yeah, let's do that. All right. What is this moon doing here? What is the moon doing here? What is the moon doing here? What is the moon doing here? 10 of Wands. Okay, what is the Queen of Pentacles doing here? What is the Queen of Pentacles doing here? What is the Queen of Pentacles doing here? The Moon. Oh, that's interesting. What is this Nine of Cups doing here? What is this Nine of Cups doing here? What is this Nine of Cups doing here? The Empress energy. Okay, I feel like that is true. But I was going to say, like, as I was looking at this, like, you have a lot of feminine energy here. What is the Seven of Swords doing here? What is the Seven of Swords doing here? What is the Seven of Swords doing here? Three of Cups. Okay, what is this Queen of Wands doing here? What is this Queen of Wands? Okay, so working. I do feel like there's a lot of okay, so wait, let me just see the Queen. What is this Eight of Wands doing here? I do feel like there's a lot of movement. Yep, you're moving, progressing towards things that are better, like that you really want. And so I want to say, like, so this for me, this is important because it's the Eight of Pentacles with this Queen of Wands. So really focusing on your work, on your creative endeavors, really creative, entrepreneurial. Yeah, being this like I almost want to say, and maybe even like if you don't have entrepreneur, if you're not an entrepreneur, I can say it, but if you don't have your own business, right, or any of that, then I have to say putting the work into making yourself feel very attractive, very sexy. So I was like, I know I say that, I like, but really focusing on that aspect of yourself. It's sort of like really nodding, saying yes towards that feminine energy of yours. And so I feel like that's important. So we have the Seven of Swords, and then it's being clarified with the Three of Cups. So for some of you, I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna ignore it. So I'm gonna say, be careful sometimes of your friends. Maybe they're not really your friends. And you will know it intuitively, when somebody's that. So just be careful of them. I do feel like maybe also for some of you, like, pretending that you're something else to try to fit in with others. That's not necessary. People who are meant to love you will love you just as you are. Or if they bring about change within you, that's fine too, but it has to be like not where you hide yourself, and not really. And that's important here with this Empress. And the Empress is almost giving you the sense of like this wish fulfillment of feeling this divine feminine, and so that's again like creativity, a lot of. And for some of you, I really feel like it's a bit of a glow up for you. But it's coming through here. It's like, yes, you're finally feeling that energy of, oof, you can do it. You got this. Like, I feel like you are, maybe the manifestations aren't quite happening there, but you have planted the seeds. And so you're actually like, I almost feel like celebrating that as well. So the Queen of Pentacles, it's almost fascinating that you have this moon energy, and the moon is right here as well again. So maybe for some of you, and like really going deep within yourself. Part of this grounding, part of even maybe if you're looking for abundance is what you're wanting, not hiding away from, like, for some of you, if you are looking for abundance and you're like, oh, well, why isn't the abundance coming through? Going deep within yourself, seeing what seeds you've planted in terms of your thoughts or what you say with your words about abundance. So it's like, do you say money's bad or something like that? If that's the case, maybe that's something for you to revisit and see, like, is that really what you want to think? For others of you, I feel like it's almost feeling like you're wanting to ground yourself, but part of it is actually letting all the emotions come through the surface and feeling them, and then you can have true peace and true grounding. Yeah. And the funny thing here is that we do have this moon energy here as well again. And you see how it feels like it's like you're overwhelmed with emotions, where you're overwhelmed with like all these feelings. But it kind of makes sense because you're taking on too much. It could be that you're taking too much of your own projects. You're kind of like this creativity, which is not a bad thing, but noticing that you're feeling overwhelmed, and before you feel overwhelmed, maybe even try to balance that out, and then that could be like working, and then also but taking some time off to nurture yourself. That's finding that balance. Or for others of you, it's sort of like that could even be with the Seven of Swords here. You take on all this thing to try to people please. You don't want people to really see the honest you, the truthful you. You submerge yourself in all these emotions, and so this could actually be all this like where you feel like, oh, you're being taken advantage of, or because you're saying yes to them, right? You want to say no, but you feel like you have to say yes, and you feel like that, and so you get overwhelmed with all your emotions because all that is being bottled up. It's not like it's going anywhere, so you need to release that, and the only way you can release that is maybe to say no, to drop the burdens, to drop some of those things that are no longer serving you. And I can see the progress here that you're going through here with the Eight of Wands, and it's the Six of Swords. You're going to somewhere even better, which I love that energy. So let's look at what your love energy here. So we have the Sweet Love Oracle, which I love to blend with the Red Hot Love from V Love and Tarot, and we also have the Once Upon a Dream Oracle by Moonmoth Goddess. I love these three oracles, and so if you like them, please go buy them on Etsy. They're all available there. So we have this for love. We have soulmates for some of us coming through. So soulmates, declaration of love. For some of you, this doesn't come from like it comes from somewhere else. So it might be traveling that you find this, or it might be from somebody from a different location or place, or you might even be at a distance. Maybe it can be a long distance relationship. But it seems like there's a great thing, and maybe with this that you're finding that that Empress in you. You're like, yes, and that could be the wish fulfillment that is for you as things are speeding up here. And again, this actually less like the Six of Swords makes sense with this travel for some of you. So if you're worried about like going on a trip or something, I would say go take it anyways. Seems like there's potential here. Now let's look at your career or studies, or just if you're working on certain projects, which seems like you are. We have this. Okay. Here we have we have friendship, and then we have vampire, and this is my Mystic Site Oracle, which is going to be retiring soon, and this is V Love and Tarot's Lavender Love Dreams, and this might actually be retiring too. I'm not sure, but if you should check out both of our Etsy's and see if you want them before they're gone. So we have that vampire, so being drained of your time or energy, and that's the 10 of Wands right here. Fears from the past that haunt you, that's the moon right there. And so for some of you, maybe there is, and because of the Seven of Swords with the Three of Cups over here, maybe for some of you, it's time to reevaluate your friendships, seeing if they're really good, solid friendships, or if they're draining you, if there's an imbalance, or if you've been holding on to old emotions, old baggage in that relationship, right? That's an important thing. And this is interesting to me that this is actually about career, because this could be like career, and again, not just career, but like studies and everything like that. So maybe in your workplace, or where you're studying, or if you're with or other people that like you associate with. So that's important to know. And so being drained of your energy, time and energy. Yeah, I also want to say here that honest friendships are like not like that at all. And there's a sense of not having to hide yourself, because if you have to hide yourself for a friendship, then that actually drains your time and your energy as well. So don't do that. Let people be genuine and be genuine in return. So that is what we have for you for this general. Now we're going to go into each week. So you can come and revisit this video like as many times as you want to just see according to each week, and let me know like how it came through for you, or like how it panned out. Okay, but now let's get to the other part. So group 2, we're back. So we're gonna see, this is overall I think this is kind of what was on the bottom of the deck, was this 4 of Pentacles. So trying too hard to hold on to things and to try to control things. That's not something we need to do this month. Okay, so let's see. The first week we have the Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of the Year, the Magician, and then the 7 of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is that you have, like, I feel like things are turning in your favor. You're starting to manifest the things that you want. What I'm noticing is that you might just not know what you want. And so it's an important thing for you to kind of like get to know what it is that you do want. So clarify this first week. Be clear on not only on your intention, but on what it is that you desire, because you are manifesting, especially like that. I do like that a lot. Yeah, you're in the process of manifesting, and I feel like that's like you're making those dreams come true. So it's quite lovely for that first week, and it feels like it's quite lucky. So yeah, I almost want to say choose wisely. All right, so we also have this is week 2. Of the 6 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and then the Page of Cups. I feel like this is quite, like, I love this. I know the 3 of Swords is in the middle here, but I love that we go from the 6 of Cups to the Page of Cups, because for me, the second week of this month, or like the next 30 days, it's really about, like, I almost feel like making peace with the past. Making peace, I mean, even forgiving this 3 of Swords, making peace with the past, and then understanding, like, moving forward with this Page of Cups. You can actually see, like, the past hurt, whoever hurt you. And then here the page is, like, understanding, still giving, offering the cup. And so I feel like that's a sense of where you're going, where you're headed. I do feel like for some of you, there might just be a lot of like emotions that need to be said out loud and expressed. Maybe for some of you, writing is the way to do it. Otherwise, it's like an emotion. I feel like if you need closure, and the person isn't there anymore, then write them a letter. It doesn't need to reach them, but it's sort of like you need this closure, and it's being very much available to you. I'm remembering the good times rather than the pain is what I'm seeing here as well. So group like 2, week 2 is pretty awesome. Then we kind of go into a little bit more of with the 5 here, we have 2 5s, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. I do think this is an important week, this week 3, because I almost feel like there's a sense of you battling yourself a little bit, battling your ego. 5 of Pentacles, noticing like not like focusing too much on the scarcity, and sort of like the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles, trying to hold on, trying to hoard, trying to, like, it leads to the scarcity, and the only way to alleviate the scarcity is to feel abundant and to give, very giving and receiving. Like, once you've opened to giving and receiving, then there's a sense of shifting and changing, and that's where the Page of Pentacles comes in. So I feel like at the start of each week, it's sort of like a bit challenging to you, but by the end, you've learned a lot. I feel like there's a lot of learning here. So the Five of Wands, that could be other people are bringing, like you might have competition. There may be competition for something that you want, competition for money, for resources, understandable. But there's also a sense here of like your own battling your own self, maybe like having, battling your own scarcity mindset. You're like, oh, you're no longer trying to do that. And I feel like that you're going to win here with this Page of Pentacles, because the Page of Pentacles is like, to me, it's, first of all, it is abundant. It's just the beginning of the abundance. You're learning about yourself. Maybe you're learning about money, about how to take care of money. Like I said, not being like going and seeing your thoughts and beliefs about money and abundance. Very important. And I do feel like you're going to learn a lot about how to be abundant and how to gain more abundance. So being the student here in terms of money are things that you value. So I almost feel like, and it's funny because I say like valuing your happiness and joy and your well-being and your inner peace much more than valuing like like I guess like how much you make. I know that having money is very good for bringing peace, but it almost feels like you're battling something to get that, and you don't need to battle something. I feel like you innately have the abundance, or the key to opening that abundance. It's not through this battling. So hopefully that makes sense. So we then lead us to pile 4, and there's a lot of like 10 of Wands came out a lot in pile 1 as well. So, and this is interesting because I'm going to read it differently. It's sort of almost like you're taking all your ideas and you're carrying them over your shoulder. And so even though I feel like they weigh a lot, I feel like you're capable of taking on the burdens, but it's almost like you're going to transform them. See the potential with this Hangman, going deep within yourself. The Hermit is all about introspection. So introspection is like, what can I do with all these ideas? Because I feel like this is the springing thing. It's like, what can I do with all these many ideas? Going deep within yourself, introversion, and then saying, hey, wait, there's potential here for all these ideas. Potential in ways that nobody else usually will see it, but you're going to see things in a different manner. Let's see what the love energy for the collective of group 2 and is for the week 1 of. Okay, so we have this one. We have, oh, nice. We have this one. Okay, so each one is important. All right, and then we're going to do career or career studies, or like projects that you're working on that matter a lot. Okay. Ooh, look at that. All right. Oh, and then we have one more. This is just the overall general guidance here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, wow, look at this. This is pretty lovely here. All right. So let's go look at this. Indulgence, happiness, indulgence. So interaction, joy, friendliness. I do feel like there is like, yes, indulgence. Like I want to say almost like indulging in your dreams, indulging in all the things that you want to manifest. 3 of Cups, maybe friendship coming through. Yeah, with the friendship though, so I'm going to actually say a little bit different. I'm going to say like, make your priorities like what you want, what you want to manifest, right? Put priorities on what you want to manifest. For love, you say, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So yes, I feel like you are capable of manifesting the things that you want, but you have to make the choice. What is it that you want? And then we have summer. So everything that you're asking for becomes yours in summertime. So we are working towards it. We're not quite there, right? But it's almost like we're starting, like we're kind of heading towards summer. So I feel like you're heading towards the things that you want. Again, manifesting the things that you want. We have accidents, which actually kind of reminds me of this Three of Swords, because it's like owie. So danger, caution, injury. I feel like the injury here, right? So there's a sense of injury, possibly in the past hurts. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I feel like in past, so here I'm actually going to say like the accident. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes people hurt us and they don't really mean to hurt us. It just happens that they hurt us, but not taking like you getting back up there. I almost feel like that's the kind of message that I am, or even forgiving. It's like you can get upset with the bike for a little bit, or the rock. You can get angry, but it's not really. It just was something that happened, right? And for some of you, like this is a really good time for like enjoying bliss time together. So if you're with somebody, this is a honeymoon period this week, or just if you're not with anybody, it's sort of like, it just feels like things are kind of smooth, just like there's a joy in the air. Sun, so your son is watched over and protected as he explores the world. And that could be for some of you that it is a child here, but it also just feels like I almost want to feel like it's not just the sun, but it's also like your inner child, and that's important, especially because we had the Six of Cups, and so I feel like your inner child is it's like protected, and so it's okay to explore the world. It's okay to I almost want to say allow people in love to come through here. So we have self-love is so important. So self-concern, self-healing, independence. So focusing really this week, on the third week, on yourself, like self-love, focusing on that. So getting to know each other. If you're in this, there might be conflict, but that doesn't mean that, like you just throw your hands up in the air. No, it's yeah, it feels like you are, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, you bond deepen. So I almost feel like getting to know yourself more, and getting to know, if you're in a romantic relationship, getting to know the other, like listening to each other. That's how you get it. And I feel like that's leaving that scarcity and being open to like learning. Even here, it actually says like learning with that Page of Pentacles. It is about learning. So perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. Yes, it is. We're leaving behind the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, and we're moving towards something even better. Look at this. I like this look. So we have merit making, so goodness, humanness, morality. Like focusing really on like the Ten of Wands you're taking on. But I almost feel like listening to why you create the things that you create. What is it that you're taking on? Why are you doing it? Is it from like because you feel like you have to, or rather because you want to? That's an important thing. And so here it is. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And that's sort of also here with this merit making. I feel like there's a lot. You come a long way from the beginning all the way to here. Very like this is a very transformational month for you. With this Hangman is really important, because I feel like you're seeing things in a different way. And then we also have this, your desire is within reach. So have faith, as everything is working in your favor. And that's an important thing to remember as you go through this next 30 days. All right, let's see what we're going to use the fortune cookie cards by V Love and Tarot, and these are definitely retiring. So if you love them as much as I do, go get them before they go. Someone's watching you. Mastercraft. Choose wisely, and that's interesting. It's saying like, and something is being neglected. I feel like some aspect is being neglected. It could just be, or you're needing to take care of yourself and nourishing yourself. That's important. So if somebody's watching you, I feel like, again, it's almost like you're being told that you're being watched over and protected. That's what I'm seeing here for you. We also have Mastercraft. So again, with that Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, there's a sense of growing and learning that it's coming through here. And as you learn and you grow, that's where it's all about. That's where you start getting all those dreams being fulfilled. So choose wisely. I almost feel like, do you choose the the limitations, or do you choose believing in yourself and knowing that you have infinite possibilities? I think that's what I'm seeing here for you. I'm going to be using my mystical science oracle, science crystal ball oracle. Let's see what we have for you for this. Okay. So we have delays regarding travel. It's important. We have, so there might be delays. There's lightning spark. You'll encounter negative energy from others. Okay, so we did kind of see that all throughout. But that doesn't mean that you have to let it stop you or even like influence you all that much. Oh, you have a lot of caution. So here we have negativity around there. There's flow. So your journey or new enterprise. And so there might be delays with that journey or enterprise, but that's not to be to stop. But here we have caution. Be cautious with whom you share opinions. And so really that is that like energy that, remember that Seven of Swords that we saw in the beginning? So just being careful. Somebody might not be showing themselves as who they truly are, and so that's and especially like, let's say it has to do with like a passion project of yours, maybe not sharing it with everybody just because, or like keeping the group small, or taking keeping to yourself as you grow it and love it and nurture it, and as it grows better, just because maybe somebody might not be, not that I'm saying that they're being bad or anything, but sometimes when people succeed, like if somebody feels at a disadvantage because of that, they might just get jealous. It's human nature, right? We that's how the spark of wanting to do more, sometimes that comes about that way. Let's do one more. I was like, oh, but there is a new journey or an enterprise, and I do feel like it's a very important thing. Yes, changes will happen suddenly for you, and it's for you, not so it's something's working out for you. And so even here we said have faith as everything is working in your favor. So remember that, especially these next 30 days. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow. It helps me come back for more. To be honest, 100%, I do have the goal of at least getting 1,000 subscribers, but really I would love 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Please help me make it come true. I really appreciate you though, just for being here. Thank you for letting me read your cards, and until I see you in the next one, bye bye my dear friends. For my friends from group 3, so we're gonna see the overall energy of the next 30 days, and then we're dividing it into like weeks, so you get a full reading. And so if you want, like if you need to come back during the month, during the next 30 days, just to see what's happening each week, you definitely can. And I just thought it would be better that way. So let's see overall. I love this overall energy. We have peace and commitment. So for some of you, there is a sense of, maybe for some of you, it's committing to peace with being within yourself, like the shadow and light, coming to peace with yourself. Yeah, I almost feel like there is a sense of, yeah, I can definitely see that. It's almost like you are finally aware of like, hey, it's okay to have like some shadow and some like light. There's okay to have those dualities within myself. There's a sense of peace coming through there. There's almost a sense also that you have your inner light, brings about change and peace. And there's a sense of, I want to say that you give peace to somebody else or to others, and then there's a sense of a connection. There's a sense of commitment. I do want to say that it's like you have, whether it's with somebody else or, I want to say for some of you, it's like a commitment of betterment. Like you are committed to being better, like becoming your highest self. And that might just be with some, like within yourself or with somebody else that you both agree with that, and you both decide, hey, we're going to like level up together. And for that, there is a sense. There's also another coming through for some of you that maybe being at peace, especially if you're like in a no contact situation, being at peace where you are right now, and knowing, like almost like trusting in this sense of commitment, in terms of like maybe you can't see it, you can't think, but you just know it, it's in your gut that there's a sense of a connection, and just being that there's a commitment there that maybe you can't see, but you're at peace with where things are there and now. I hope that makes sense. But I do like this energy. Very nice. Let's see what your tarot says. Oh, look at that. Okay. I'm not, like this is not in reversal. I'm not doing reversals today. And so what I'm saying here, it's almost like, it really does feel like a very strong, for those of you who are, beyond the twin flame, or if you're just in a no contact, this month is important for you, because I feel like when I saw this Queen of Cups with the hands up, I almost feel like you're just saying, I'm keeping my hands off of this. I'm trusting the divine timing, the Temperance card. You're healing this Three of Swords. There's a time for you to heal, and you're actually looking at the sun. You are almost like I said, you're at peace, and in this peace, there's happiness and joy. The High Priestess is connecting here to, here with the Queen of Cups is the sense of intuition. So like intuitively coming to being at peace. So for those of you who are not in the twin flame, or like in no contact connection, I would say there is a sense of, yes, allowing divine timing, allowing things to come at their own time. There is a sense of you using the next 30 days to heal this Three of Swords. It's almost like the Queen of Cups. There's a sense of evolving, again, a sense of evolving into emotional maturity, understanding that it is time for you to, instead of having this wounded heart, to open your heart. I feel like the sun, letting, instead of it having this pain, it's instead shining its light. And again, listening to this High Priestess, which is intuition all the way. Let's see what everything can it clarify. High Priestess, what is this High Priestess doing here? Okay, all right, what is this sun doing here? Judgment, What is this Three of Swords doing here? High Priestess, okay. What is this Queen of Cups doing here? Oh, I see. What is this Temperance doing here? Okay, so this is actually interesting clarification, because it's not exactly what I thought it would be, but interesting nonetheless. Okay, so we have the Temperance, so it's time for you to choose a different path. It's time for you, or if you've chosen a different path, and you're like, oh, I'm waiting for an outcome, it's like it still there's divine timing to this. So, but it feels like you have to choose a different path. You have to choose, I would say, really listening to your heart, and the intuition and your everything, rather than the ego. I feel like that's almost what I'm saying. It's like hands off, like the ego is no longer playing a part in here. The Three of Swords being clarified with the High Priestess is actually quite fascinating, because I feel like it's almost, so the High Priestess has two ways. There's a sense of, yes, intuition and guidance, but there's also a sense of almost like an emotional detachment, waiting for things to happen. So I feel like maybe there's a sense here of too much detachment. Yeah. For some of you, maybe even healing it intuitively, if you can heal your heart intuitively. And so what I mean by that is making peace. Making peace with how things are, almost like trying to find closure by yourself, using your High Priestess energy. The Sun, and with the Judgment, it's sort of like, it is like you're ready for the next level, and like in the next part of this, I almost want to say the awakening. If you can heal this Three of Swords, you have this awakening here, this happiness, this joy, which is the Sun, which brings fulfillment. But what I'm noticing here is that somehow you are focusing on like something that has already happened. I feel like the Three of Cups, but for me, it's more like the Three of Swords. You're focusing on that, and you're missing an opportunity that's coming in your way. So I almost want to say, open your eyes, my friend. I really do. Okay. Let's see, since this is actually such a love, like, kind of feels like a twin flame kind of reading, I'm glad we're doing the love energy for this next 30 days. And so we're using the Once Upon a Dream Oracle by Moon Moth Goddess. We're doing my Sweet Love Oracle, which I am blend with the Red Hot Love by Be Love and Tarot. And so here it is. Okay. So there's a sense, yes, this is the Three of Swords again. The helplessness, you're like, oh no. Trying to seek the truth and intimacy. It feels like, so what I'm going to say here is almost because it really does feel like it's a twin flame or like a no contact situation. Listen to your intuition. I really want to say that your intuition will guide you. And there's a sense of intimacy going within yourself. There's a sense of really getting to know yourself. And if you are in this like twin flame or in, like that kind of a connection, if you get to know yourself, if you actually put the energy into yourself, the other person feels it as well. And for those of you who are not in that kind of a connection, what I'm seeing here is that you feel hopeless, like hopeless and helpless in terms of love. But if you're honest and you speak your truth, there's a greater level of intimacy that is brought about. So if you don't have love and you're like, being honest, like I really want, I want somebody to share my life with, right? Somebody to enjoy every moment with, right? I almost feel like then you're being vulnerable to the universe will open yourself up to the possibility. And it almost, for me, that intimacy means that there's knowing yourself more as well. So I hope that makes sense. And so I'm using my mystic site, which is retiring soon, and the Lavender Dreams by Be Love and Tarot. This one might be retiring soon, so if you like either of these, please go check it out at Etsy and you'll find them there. So we have hope, yes, and then we have game. So this is for your career, like if studying, whatever it is, career, studying, if you're studying, or if you have a very important project that you're working on. And so here there's a sense of hope coming through. There's this, like the sun is coming, have trust in that. I almost feel like trust in also in this divine timing. And so we also have game. And so rest, relaxation, and good life, immature competition, and rivalry. So we did see, why do I feel like that the devil energy here could be a bit of immature energy, or even the Three of Swords with this High Priestess, ignoring your feelings, ignoring something is not how to go about it. And maybe I feel like there's a sense of, instead of doing that, really maybe relaxation, the good life, enjoying the life that you have, opening your eyes to the opportunities that are being offered to you at this moment. That's what I'm seeing here for you. All right, so we're gonna close this off here, and then we're going to do the weekly one. So stay tuned for that one. It's a lot of fun, and so we'll do each individual week so you can get a good idea. So we got each pile, like each one is a week. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and overall I feel like this month for you is an opportunity. There's an opportunity coming for you. So I am fascinated by this because it really does. It feels like there's a lot of strong twin flame energy. We have a sense of, but for some of you, this is a general reading. So if you want a personal reading, I do those on Etsy, and I also do it if you contact me on my email. But let's go into this. So I do feel like for some of you, if this is, if you are in like a twin flame, there's a new beginning here. Whether it's an actual beginning, or if it's more of an energetic beginning, that might. I just know that there is a sense of you both being equal in terms of the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I do also see for those of you you're not in like a twin flame or a no contact situation, there's a sense of you finally finding this balance within yourself. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, actually knowing, like enjoying all the labor that you've put, like everything, enjoying your life as you, all the work that you've done, and you're enjoying it now. And there's also the Queen of Pentacles, which is the nourishment and taking care of others and taking care of yourself. But it also leads to this. I feel like even though finding this balance possibly within yourself leads on to a new beginning for you. It's like it's a new adventure for you. So it's not like it's an ending, but rather you're beginning to, I almost feel like, really come to balance and connect with yourself. And okay, so we'll leave it there. I do find this interesting that we have for the second week. So here is like first week, you have some sort of like new beginning, something that new that comes about. For others of you, this might actually just be two very strong, could be your mom and dad, or it could be just like very strong elements. It could even be your friend, or maybe that you're actually like finally noticing you're like a significant other, like that they came into your periphery here, and that's important because the full energy, the beginning, kind of having almost like, but being trusting and taking that leap of faith. And the Emperor energy coming through here means to me that there's a sense of, but with the Hangman putting there and the Nine of Swords, I feel like the Nine of Swords is kind of blocking you here. And so for this second week, it's sort of like your worries are almost like preventing you from taking action, from getting the things that you want. So it's very important for you to face those fears, not only face them, but acknowledge them, and then see where they come from, and see like whatever it is that you're afraid of, there's an opportunity there. There is something that is an opportunity for you to take and to, I almost feel like, go from the King of Pentacles to Emperor. So I feel like there's a lot of growth here for that, but you have to see things in a different perspective, and you have to face those fears. So that's an important one. Yeah, it's an important week this week. This is an important week. I think this overall month is very strong here. Third week, we have the Tower moment. So that might be, if we don't let go of this fear, like something's going to come and totally shock us. But I want you to see this thing. It happens. I want you to see that the Tower is happening for you. It's the wheel of the year, but the wheel of fortune moving towards something, to give you something that you want, which is the Nine of Cups. So something ends, something like totally shocks you, ends. But again, it is for you, working for you. And so we have the fourth week here, and that's the Three of Pentacles with the healing. So you're healing, right? There's a sense of healing, working on your healing, maybe collaborating with others, but I feel like it's almost like you're learning something with this, because it's almost like you're learning and you're watching the flame, like you're learning something about yourself, maybe with the help of others. And that's allowing this healing. And this healing means, even with this Tower, you're going on a totally different direction than you anticipated. There's you're taking a different route than you thought you would. So it's going to be an interesting month. Please let me know how it goes. Like, was it correct? Was it like, like, did it actually pan out or not? And we're going to actually see, we're going to make, okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so we have, I'm going to actually do all of that, and then we're going to do the love. That's just the general overall. We're going to do love, though, for each one. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, past life relationship, reconciliation. Ooh, telling you my twin flames. I was like, wow, look at that. I'm like, this is like such a twin flamey energy here. It's not even funny. But for others of you, it just feels like an intense, yeah, like intense 30 days coming. Okay, so we have, so regardless of what anything, this, like, I like this because it's telling us, like, the first week is everything's going to be okay. So stability, harmony, but you see the harmony, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, as you move forward to this, like, it's almost like a new beginning here. So past life relationship, you've known each other before. So some of you might actually meeting somebody in this week where you're just going to be like, wow, like we just, click and it works. This is more for career or for studies or, for important projects. So flower power, spend time with flowers and flower essence to increase your personal healing power. So if you need more lavender, put more lavender. If you need more jasmine, I like jasmine. I like the jasmine smell. go with that, gardenia, or anything like that, flower power. So I almost feel like there's a sense of sensuality and sexuality involved in that flower power. And or for some of you, if you need help in terms of like focusing and relaxing and getting more ideas, that is also there as well. Okay, so this is week 2. We have readiness, so you're ready. So the Emperor, here we have preparation, prompt arrangement. So you're ready to take action, but your fears are stopping you, my friends. Like the so you have to face those fears, and you have to also see what opportunities are available to you. So reconciliation for some of you, yeah, someone from your past is returning into your life, and then maybe that's the 9 of Swords. You're worried about it. You're like, oh, what should I do? And then this is whom do you need to forgive? And this could be like, well, this is for career and everything, but it seems like this reading this pile has been different in like than the other one. So as you release your old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. And so maybe if those are worries and concerns in terms of like you're ready to go on to the next like project or your next like things like that, but you're worried, right? Or you're angry about like resentment or something, where you have those like those emotions that are holding you back, needing to forgive, because then that's when you actually get to do all the things that you want. So we do have the gain, so cultivation, profit, and conclusion. So this, I really do think this tower moment, whatever it is, it will be very like there is profit, there is like there's a sense of like there will be something, you will get rewarded or gain something from it, some sort of wish fulfillment, like I said. So give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So for some of you, this might just be the time for you to work on that relationship with this past self, or maybe a relationship with yourself. It depends, because here we have this, and this is again like career and projects that are important to you, or studies. So be yourself. This situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. And really, that's so important. Like, be yourself. And especially if you're giving this relationship a chance, you have to be yourself. And I feel like there's a sense of, if you can be yourself, that's where you can actually get the gain from, like that tower. So we have commitment or binding abstractions. Again, this actually feels like that 9 of Swords energy, or but you're healing it, right? So here's schedule, so time management, organize. So, and that's the 3 of Pentacles. I feel like there's a sense of managing your time is very important, organizing. So don't over like promise yourself. Don't say that, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Say yes to a lot of people, and then you kind of like all those commitments are binding you, right? Be honest, and then maybe have plans with this 3 of Pentacles, since you're collaborating maybe with somebody. And healing comes through here. We have engagement, so your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. That's if you have the sense of healing that needs to come through. And then for holiday here, the answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. And so if you are trying to like figure out what to do next, or like what to step next to do in terms of career, or like studies, or even if you're studying like crazy, maybe taking a break will like help you. Or if you are trying to find an idea or something, taking a break, again, enjoying, like I almost feel like the water will help you. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff coming. It's going to be an interesting month. Please do let me know, because this is a very curious pile, like I said, and I do feel like opportunity is big time for you. All right, let's see what the fortune cookie cards have for you. And this is V Love and Tarot's oracle deck, and it's being put into retirement. So if you love it, which I really do, go get it before it does. So we have ride the wave. Don't try to force anything. And I feel like you're doing good riding your wave. Like I feel like you're going into success. So don't second guess yourself. Just go with it. I really just allow that. Don't try to control. Don't try. Just almost like release. Have a humble heart. Don't let ego. Is what I'm saying. When I see the humble heart, I'm like, let go of the ego. Don't listen to the ego. Because the ego usually kind of holds us back. And then break the mold. Yes, like I said, be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. That's already taken, as they say. So be you. And so Mystical Science Crystal Ball, this is my Oracle deck, and you can find it on Etsy. Let's see, what else is happening? Okay, entrapment. Someone's trying to trap you at something. And that's, again, you're being binded. And so I feel like with that schedule and stuff, so maybe somebody's trying to get you to commit to something, like it could be at work, and you're just like, so just be careful. Just like, oh, I don't have the time for it. Just be honest with it. So you don't have to take on more than you know, bargain anything. So we have energy. So illness is coming your way, but it can be avoided. And so I'm feeling here with this bottle energy, like draining yourself. So I can see why it is that you're being told, like maybe a holiday, be yourself, being okay to say like, no, you know, like put your energy, nourishing yourself is important. So that's something that you need to consider here. Oh, look at that, the shoe celebration. Your energy levels will be elevated. You will experience new adventures. So if you actually take care of yourself, look at this. We turn from illness to like having a lot of energy and being quite fulfilled. I feel like there's a sense of celebration, and there's an opportunity gate. It is time to move forward. You will not meet trouble. So you're moving forward. That is that full energy, the wheel of fortune moving for you. Even the tower moment that maybe feels like, it's actually all for you. It's working for you, my friends. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and it helps me come back for more. My goal is to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Please help me achieve it. It really does mean a lot to me. But thank you so much for being here. I am very honored that I was able to read your cards. If you have an interesting month, please let me know if it pans out. And just with that, I am sending you so much love and so much light. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends.